which shows your support for this city and the importance of this facility. We're glad that you are here to share this special occasion. Thank you to the mayor and to members of council for trusting staff and for allowing us to present new ideas to improve the quality of life for the residents of Gardner. Robert F. Kennedy wrote, "Few will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events. And in the total of all those acts will be written the history." Today we write another chapter of the history book. The reopening of the Gardner Senior Center is a significant milestone. It's an opportunity for the community to have a better place, to have community meetings, to have events, and to celebrate special moments with family. So today we have a few speakers who are going to talk with you about how this materialized. And we're going to start with our mayor, Chris Morrow.
Thank you, Cheryl. I'm going to try and use I've got a microphone, I'm going to try and use my inside voice. Normally in a space this size, I just bellow. So I'll try and... But first, I want to take a moment and recognize the other members of the governing body. Some of them are here. I don't believe I've seen Christina Harrison, but she is, I think, our longest tenured council member. The council president, Steve Schutz, here. Council vice president, Todd Winters. There we go. Councilman Lee Moore. Councilman Rich Melton. I want to thank you all for coming here today, and you know, we all work together to ensure that we're meeting the needs of our city. And one way that we do that is by pursuing projects and approving funding towards enhancing our community with projects such as this one. I also want to recognize that we've got some other dignitaries in the room. County Commission Chair Eilert, he's going to get a chance to speak here in a moment, and so we've got him here. Mayor Don Roberts is here from Edgerton. Thank you for coming, Don. And the Johnson County Fire Chief for Fire District 1, Rob Kirk. Thank you for coming today, Rob. And I'd be remiss not to mention my friend and predecessor here, Mayor Cheryl Lehman, who has been here for 20 years. Was mayor here for 20 years, and it's always great when she's around. As many of you know, part of our new brand is the Blazing New Trails tagline. And this building is an example of that because we're enhancing our community. We're finding ways to improve the quality of life for our residents. This facility is a primary central location. It's in our downtown, and it was important that we provided a meeting space for our community that we could be proud of, and one that enhances their events and activities and meetings. So I want to thank you all of our staff members, for their hard work and dedication to this project, helping pursue funding, and we'll thank the county commissioners for that here in a moment, and assisting with design and construction, and for getting us to the point that we are at today. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to County Commission Chair Eilert.
Mr. Mayor, thank you for inviting me to join with you today in this spatial celebration. Community Development Block Grant funding has been around for decades. Federal dollars that are provided to communities to use in enhancing their communities and maintain community welfare. The setup of that program is there is a category of cities called entitlement cities. Those are cities of 50,000 population or more who receive their community development block grants funds directly from the government. For all of the other cities in Johnson County who do not meet that benchmark, Johnson County government becomes the conduit for those CDBG funds. We have a special group of citizens who are appointed to our review committee, who receive applications for use of those funds from the smaller cities throughout the county. They evaluate those requests and they make recommendations to the Board of County Commissioners to authorize those funds as they have recommended. This past year, I think the funding level we received was slightly over $1 million, $1,031,000 for use by cities in our communities for a variety of projects. I think a project like this is important, not only to serve the seniors of this community, but also as a focal point for community activities. And in today's age, when our communities are growing, I think it's important that these kind of facilities become even more important in identifying the community, who we are, and providing a place where community members of all ages and of many different activities can come together. So congratulations to the officials of the City of Gardner for pursuing the Community Development Block Grant funds. I think the amount allocated to this project was about $200,000. And as I look around, it's been well spent. Thank you for that, and congratulations.
No one who achieves success does so without acknowledging the help of others. So I'd like to acknowledge the wonderful staff we have on board. Our grant writer, Jen, along with our principal planner, Michelle, put together our CDBG application. Scott Gary, our brand new Parks and Recreation Director, and his staff, Robert, Matt, and Renee, along with the entire Parks and Recreation team. Our Public Information Officer, Tanika. From administration, we have Ann and Jeannie making sure that we have refreshments provided. Public Works, Dean Kerr, making sure that facility and the punch list was ready. So from police to Public Works to administrative staff, it requires a concerted effort of many departments and various resources. They make the event enjoyable and ensure that every detailed task is completed. So thank you, city staff. Many of you gave selfless service, going far beyond the call of duty to make this day a success. In addition, we partnered with Insight to help complete the renovations, and we have a representative from the project team. We have Diane Voss, who's here to make a few comments.
Thank you for having us today, and welcome to your new building. We're very excited to be a part of this project, and even though this has been referred to as the Senior Center in the past, we kind of see this as your new baby. And I say that because about 9 months ago, we sat down with representatives from your city departments to discuss what would be helpful to improve here and how to best spend the money. And from that, as a project overview, we looked at HVAC improvements to this 36-year-old building, furniture, finishes, plumbing upgrades, new restrooms, a new kitchen, and all of those pieces and parts create a facility that is very versatile in the way that it can be used by all of your community, that you can all be proud of. So thank you for inviting Insight to be a part of that process. We've enjoyed that. We've enjoyed working with all of you, and we're excited for this building that you will be able to use. Now, I know as far as project overview goes, I'm just the person that's up here speaking, but there were many people on the design team. The owner of Insight, Brian Foxworthy, and Leslie Robinson, another team member, are here today. We had electrical engineers, plumbing engineers, AV consultants, the whole gamut, along with the input from your city. So it's something that you can be proud of. I think you will get many good years of use, a lot of flexibility, and the photos that they had kind of remind us all of what this looked like, because now that we sit in here, sometimes it's hard to remember what the floor looked like, or maybe what the faucet in the kitchen looked like, or the fact that this is now the office space. Once we removed all that storage equipment and all of those shelves, we realized there's a nice window in there, it'd be a nice office. And so with not a lot of effort, we decided to make that the office and convert the old office, which doesn't have as much natural light, into your storage room. So those were just some fun little stories that occurred during the making of this building. And I think there are many more photos that you'll enjoy looking at that can show how things went. And with that, I'm going to leave it because I know she said just a few short comments, and we can move on to the next. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dana, and thank you, Insight, for the design work. I'm not going to keep you all too much longer, other than to say that the VIPs that I didn't mention earlier are the people that use this facility on a consistent basis, and a whole bunch of them are sitting over here by the front window, and I want to thank you all for coming out today. And I'm going to stop speaking so that you all can start enjoying this space. So everyone, please get yourself something to eat and drink and visit with your friends. And we look forward to many years of enjoyment of this facility. Thank you. I've got big scissors sitting in a fancy case right in front of me. I almost forgot about it. If I could have council members come join me. Christy Harrison. Christy Harrison, nice to see you. Come on up. Christy
So are you ready for the next?
Yeah, you're coming. Well, I think so. I'm doing the
That sounds painful.
I'm going to